Stop. Before you hit skip, before you check your phone, before you tell yourself you'll watch this later, stop. You already know what to do. You know it in your chest. You know it when you wake up. You feel it every time you scroll instead of working, every time you snooze instead of rising, every time you choose the couch over the call. You already know. So that means the problem isn't information. It's not strategy. It's not timing. The problem is you. Let me paint you a picture. And I want you to sit in it. You have goals, don't you? A career you want, a body you want, a life you've imagined 1,000 times. You've written it down. Maybe you've made a vision board. Maybe you've watched videos like this one again and again, nodding along, feeling that fire for about 20 minutes before you go back to exactly what you were doing. You know the habits. Wake up early, exercise, read, cut the junk food, stop drinking, call the client, finish the project, start the business, have the hard conversation. You know all of it. And yet, here you are, still in the same position you were in 6 months ago, a year ago, maybe longer. You've watched your goals get further away, not because you didn't know the path, but because you keep choosing to stand still on it. You know what it takes to lose weight. Eat less garbage, move your body, sleep, be consistent. You know this. There isn't a single person alive who doesn't know the basics, but you don't do them. Not consistently, not with full conviction. You know what it takes to build your career. Show up with intention. Do more than you're asked. Put in the hours outside of working hours. Build skills. Be relentless. You know this. But at 8 p.m., when you could be building, you're watching someone else's life on a screen. You know what it takes to fix your relationships. Be honest. Be present. Listen more than you talk. Show up when it's hard. You know, but you avoid the uncomfortable conversations and wonder why the distance grows. Knowing is not the problem. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not a knowledge gap. It is an action gap. And that gap has a name. You want to know what the real reason is? And I mean the actual reason, not the comfortable one you've been telling yourself. You are scared of discomfort. That's it. That's the whole answer. Not confused, not unlucky, not lacking resources, not waiting for the right moment. Scared of discomfort. The gym is uncomfortable. The early alarm is uncomfortable. The difficult conversation is uncomfortable. The blank page is uncomfortable. Saying no to the things you're addicted to, the food, the phone, the approval, the distraction, all of it is uncomfortable. And somewhere along the way, you made a decision, probably without even realizing it, that your comfort matters more than your growth. Comfort is the enemy wearing a friendly face. Here's the brutal truth. Comfort is not neutral. Every time you choose comfort over effort, you are actively moving backward. You are not standing still. You are decaying. Your muscles atrophy when they're not challenged. Your mind goes soft when it's not pushed. Your confidence erodes every single time you back down from something hard. Every single time. The short-term relief of avoiding discomfort creates long-term imprisonment. You avoid the hard workout today and feel relieved for an hour, and then you feel worse about yourself for a month. You avoid the hard conversation today and feel relaxed for an evening, and you feel ashamed and anxious for years. And the cruel irony, the thing you're avoiding, the effort, the difficulty, the discomfort, is not as bad as you've made it in your head. You spent more energy dreading the hard thing than the hard thing would have actually cost you. Think about a time you finally did something you've been avoiding. What happened? You did it. It was hard. Maybe it hurt, and then it was over. And you felt something you hadn't felt in a while. You felt like yourself, because the version of you that avoids everything that's not really you, that's a hollowed out version, a scared version, a version that has made peace with smallness. You chose easy. Easy is making you smaller. Every day you choose comfort, you are voting for that smaller version of yourself. You are building the architecture of a life you won't be proud of. Now let's talk about the stories, because the mind is clever. You are not stupid, which actually makes this worse. Your intelligence has been hijacked to construct elaborate, convincing reasons why you can't, won't, or shouldn't do the thing you know you need to do. Lie one. I'll start tomorrow. This is the classic, the Hall of Fame excuse. You've said this so many times, it's lost all meaning because tomorrow always becomes today, and today always becomes another tomorrow. Tomorrow is a fantasy. It does not exist. There is only right now, this moment, and what you do in it. Every tomorrow you've ever banked on, examine what happened. Did you actually start, or did you wake up to another day where tomorrow was still more comfortable than today? You've told yourself, I'll start Monday so many times that Monday has become a psychological crutch, a permission slip to waste the days before it. I'll start after the holidays, after the stress dies down, after this project, after I get more sleep, after things calm down. Things will never calm down. That's called life. You are waiting for perfect conditions that do not exist and will never exist. Meanwhile, the person who could have been you, the one who started 6 months ago, is already ahead. Lie 2. I'm not ready yet. Not ready. This one is sophisticated. It sounds responsible. It even sounds humble. I just need to prepare a little more, learn a little more, get a little more stable first. You've been getting ready to get ready for how long now? Readiness is not a destination. You do not arrive at readiness and then begin. You become ready by beginning. The act of starting is what creates readiness. Every person who's ever built anything worth building started before they were ready and figured it out as they went. Not ready is scared wearing professional clothes. You're not waiting until you're ready. You're waiting until it feels safe. And here's the problem. It never will. You will never feel ready and do it anyway. Lie 3. I need motivation. Oh, this one. This one is everywhere. It's in every self-help comment section, every inspirational post, every conversation about why someone isn't moving. I just can't find the motivation. Here's what motivation actually is. It's an emotion. It's a feeling. And feelings are unreliable, inconsistent, and conditional. Motivation shows up when things are exciting and new. It disappears the moment things get difficult, boring, or repetitive. And everything worth building requires passing through the difficult, boring, repetitive phase. If you wait for motivation, you will wait forever. The people who actually change their lives don't wait to feel like it. They build systems. They build discipline. They show up on the days they hate it, especially on those days. Discipline is doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. Full stop. Your feelings are not a permission slip for action. They are a weather report, useful information, but not the deciding factor. Motivation is a guest. Discipline is the house. You don't wait for motivation to brush your teeth. You don't wait to feel inspired to pay your bills. You do them because they must be done. Your goals deserve the same ruthless consistency. I want you to do something uncomfortable right now. I want you to stop thinking about the future you want and start facing the future you are creating with your current behavior. Because the consequences of inaction are not abstract. They are real. They are already happening. And if you stay on the path you're on, they will compound in ways that will break you. What you're losing right now, time. Do you understand what time is? Not philosophically, practically. Time is the only resource you cannot earn back, borrow, or manufacture. Every other resource, money, relationships, skills, can be rebuilt. Time is gone the moment it passes. How old are you right now? Think about it. And think about what you've been going to do for the past 1, 2, 5 years. Think about the version of you who kept saying tomorrow. Where is that time? What was it used for? What was built with it? You can't get yesterday back. Not 1 second of it. The year you wasted is not behind you. It is you. It is the person you became or failed to become in that time. And it is gone. What you're losing, potential. There is a version of you that is extraordinary. I'm not saying this to flatter you. I'm saying it because it's terrifyingly true, and terrifying because that version requires suffering to reach, and you keep choosing not to pay that price. Every year you wait, that version gets a little further away. Not because it disappears, but because you train yourself out of it. You train yourself to be smaller. You practice settling. You rehearse avoidance until it becomes who you are. And somewhere deep in your chest, you know this. You feel it when you're lying in bed at night and the accomplishments of your day don't match the ambitions you carry. That feeling, that quiet, corrosive dissatisfaction that is your potential knocking on a door you keep refusing to open. Your potential is not patient. It expires. what you're losing? Respect, not from other people, from yourself. Every time you break a promise to yourself, every I'll wake up at 5 a.m. that doesn't happen, every I'm starting Monday that disappears, you are teaching yourself that your word means nothing, that your commitments are decorative, that you cannot be trusted even by yourself. And the accumulation of that erosion, that is what depression looks like for people who never had a clinical reason to be depressed. That is the low-grade misery of someone who knows exactly what they should be doing and watches themselves not do it anyway. This is not a small thing. Self-respect is the foundation of everything. Your confidence, your relationships, your ability to handle adversity, all of it runs on the fuel of whether or not you can look at yourself and see someone who shows up. You can't outsource self-respect. You have to earn it, the regret. You want to talk about what scares me? Not failure, not pain, not difficulty, regret. Regret is the torture of knowing that you had the capacity, the time, the opportunity, and you chose comfort instead. You chose the easier road. And the easier road, taken long enough, becomes its own kind of prison. The research on this is unambiguous. Study after study on what people regret at the end of their lives reveals the same thing. People don't regret the things they did. They regret the things they didn't do, the risk they didn't take, the potential they didn't chase, the life they didn't build because they were waiting for perfect conditions. You will regret comfort more than you'll regret failure. So now what? I'm not going to give you a 5-step plan. I'm not going to hand you a morning routine or a productivity framework because that's not what you need. You have enough frameworks. You have enough information. What you need is a shift in how you see yourself and how you operate and what you're willing to feel. Shift 1, stop waiting, start owing. You have been approaching your goals as something you'll do when you feel like it. When the stars align, when motivation arrives, when you're ready, flip it. You owe it. Not to some abstract future version of yourself. You owe it to the people who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. You owe it to the time you've already burned. You owe it to every moment of potential that's been collecting interest while you waited. The moment you stop approaching your work as optional and start approaching it as a debt you're repaying, everything changes. You don't ask yourself if you feel like working out. You ask yourself, what do I owe today? You owe the effort. Pay it. Shift 2, embrace the discomfort deliberately. Here's the reframe that changed everything for people who've actually built hard things. Discomfort is not the price of success. It is success. When you feel the burn in the gym, that is success happening in real time. When you push through the awkward silence of a hard conversation, that is growth manifesting. Right now, when you sit with the discomfort of a blank page and keep writing anyway, that is the muscle being built. Stop trying to avoid the uncomfortable feeling. Start chasing it. Because every time you feel that resistance, that voice telling you to stop, to wait, to take a break, that is exactly where the person you want to become is being forged. When it gets hard, don't interpret that as a signal to stop. Interpret it as a signal that you're in the right place. Hard means you're in the right place. Stay. Shift 3, own everything. Where you are right now. Your fitness, your career, your habits, your relationships, your mindset. You are responsible for all of it. Not the economy, not your upbringing, not the difficult people in your life, not your schedule, not the algorithm, not your past, not luck. You. This is not a comfortable statement. It is not meant to be. But it is the only statement that is also empowering. Because if you are responsible for where you are, then you are also the only one with the power to change it. Blame is a transaction that costs you your agency. The moment you stop explaining why things are the way they are and start asking what you are going to do about it, you become dangerous. You are the reason you're here. You are also the solution. Shift 4, make the decision once. Stop negotiating with yourself every morning. Stop having the internal debate about whether you'll work out today, whether you'll stay disciplined, whether you'll follow through. The debate itself costs you energy. Every morning you redecide whether to be the person you want to be is a morning where you might decide wrong. So don't re-decide. Decide once and then execute from that decision every day like it was already made. Because I am someone who works out every day. Not I'm trying to work out more, not I've been working on my fitness. You are, full stop. Identity precedes action. When you define yourself as someone who does the thing, you don't need willpower to do the thing. You just need to stay consistent with who you've already decided to be. Decide once, then refuse to renegotiate. I'm gonna leave you with this. Most people will watch this video and feel something, feel the heat, feel the discomfort of recognition, feel that uncomfortable truth in their chest, and then they will close this video and they will go back to exactly what they were doing. They will tell themselves, they'll think about it, they'll process it, they'll come back to it, they won't. The moment you close this video, the clarity starts to fade. The comfort creeps back in. The old patterns reassert themselves because patterns are powerful. Inertia is powerful. And the life you've built around avoidance has deep roots. So here's your choice, and it's a real choice happening right now. Not hypothetically, you know exactly what to do. Not some of it, all of it. You know the habit you need to build. You know the thing you've been avoiding. You know the call you haven't made. You know the work you haven't started. You know the version of yourself that's possible, and you know exactly what stands between you and it, you. So you have two options. Option one, stay the same. Keep waiting. Keep telling yourself tomorrow. Keep choosing comfort. Keep being the person who knows and doesn't do. And watch the gap between who you are and who you could be grow wider until it becomes so large you stop looking across it. Option two, close this video and go do the thing. Not in an hour, not after you eat, not when you feel ready, now. Not because you feel like it, not because it will be easy, not because anyone is watching, because you're done being someone who knows and doesn't act. Because you're done choosing the version of yourself that you are ashamed of. Because the clock is running, it has been running this entire time, and you are not getting those minutes back. You know exactly what to do. Now do it, or stay the same.